Indra. Mandalam 1, Suktam
29.
Rishi,
Shunah Shepa Aji Garti.
Devata,
Indra.
Chandas,
Pankti.
Mandalam 1, Suktam
29.
Rik 1.
यच्छिद्धि सत्यसोमपानासस्तायी भस्मसि आदूना इन्द्रदं दयगोष्ठस्मेषु सुभृषु सहस्रेषु तुवीमघ.
For even when one who is truth, Soma drinker, we are verily as if not praiseworthy, then, Indra, do cause to relate to us in cows, in horses, in clarities, in thousands, one who's very wealthy. An admission of sentience disability. This is a call from mortal seekers of truth to the manifest supreme to bestow wisdom, so that when Indra, according to his mandate, showers his multitudinous blessings upon us, we are able to fully comprehend what is bestowed. A blessing is fully realized only upon knowing its true import. That requires the power of discernment. Even if granted this power, as Indra does, by including clarity too along with other bestowals, the birth of divinity in our awareness is a prerequisite to correctly apply this ability, as explained in earlier verses. It is this advent of divinity in our minds that is sought from our unknowable Maker, whom we imagine in our own form, albeit with anatomical extensions and embellishments, not possible for us mortals to even imagine for ourselves. To have an apparent feeling of familiarity and be able to seemingly communicate without any manner of inhibition.
Mandalam 1, Suktam
29.
Rik 2.
क्षिप्रन् वाजानां पते सती वस्तव दंसना आदूना इन्द्रदं दयगोष्ठस्मेषु सुभृषु सहस्रेषु तुवीमघ.
Full-cheeked, master of abundances, mighty and helpful, yours is marvelous skill. Then, Indra, do cause to relate to us in cows, in horses, in clarities, in thousands, one who is very wealthy. Indra's stupendous skills at fairness. On the supposition that the anatomical implication of being full-cheeked is also an indication of being strong-jawed, which is generally associated with resoluteness in intent and activity of the person so endowed, this corporeal peculiarity is projected upon the personified Indra, keeping in mind his perceived stupendous skills in regulating every system that he is assigned to administer, which is every conceivable system in existence. He is indeed mighty in every way imaginable, and fair too, granting what is deserved. Not being unfair, despite being mighty, is surely being helpful from the standpoint of mortals, who are prone to the use of conceit and deceit as the means to any desired end. This is the visualization of mortals of their immediate as well as the extended environment that they depend on for their sustenance and well-being. All that the environment has to offer them is indeed wealth, whether material or abstract, succinctly described as cows, horses, in clarity and in unlimited abundance.
Mandalam 1, Suktam
29.
Rik 3.
निष्वापयामि सोदृशा सस्तामबुध्यमाने आतून इन्द्र संशयकोष्ठस्तेषु सुभ्रिषु सहस्रेषु सुवीमघा.
Do cause to sleep, wrongly seeing in continuance. Let them verily sleep without awakening. Then, Indra, do cause to relate to us in cows, in horses, in clarities, in thousands, one who is very wealthy. Without the grace of wisdom, we see what we believe. Instances of both encouraging mortals to follow the path of dharma as well as the allusion to the script of existence, where dharma and its antithesis are merely means of expressing that script, abound in the Rigveda. This verse appears to be of the second genre. Generally, we see what we believe. To see more of a vision than what belief dictates requires wisdom that can be acquired only through a pursuit powered by the desire to become wiser or through grace, read as by the decree of the script, corresponding to the two mentioned alternative instances. Foreclosure of the pursuit of wisdom that can be inferred from the phrase, "Let them sleep without awakening," can only mean that such a pursuit can be undertaken only if it is decreed by the script of existence. To those whose eyes are wrongly seeing without wisdom, Indra may confer cows and horses in the literal sense, while to those who are decreed to see correctly, Indra bestows truths and discernment with clarity aplenty.
Mandalam 1, Suktam
29.
Rik 4.
ससन्धुत्यावरातयो बोधन्तु शूररातयाः आतून इन्द्र संशयकोष्ठस्तेषु सुभ्रिषु सहस्रेषु दुवीमघा.
Let those malignities sleep. Let benignities verily awaken. Valiant.
Then, Indra, do cause to relate to us in cows, in horses, in clarities, in thousands, one who is very wealthy.
Could there be a third scheme of existence? If we were to consider the two scenarios of existence
To be
either individual stroke collective will driven or script driven, and designate them as Scenario 1 and Scenario 2, respectively, the interpretation of this verse too can be made either way. That in duality, benignities and malignities in equal measure will always and inevitably exist is a given. In scenario 1, and under the assumption that the purpose of life is to attain supreme consciousness, and also that benignities aid this pursuit, the seeker intends, and by his power of will or by supplication to the
valiant
Indra, attempts to keep malignities away from thwarting it. In scenario 2, there can be no free will, only a mirage that appears like it. Living by the script is the only option available to all characters in the play. Benignities and malignities are merely strings to be pulled at appropriate times to maneuver characters into required positions. Attaining consciousness or wallowing in ignorance are not preferences, but definite temporary states which may be reversed in the next iterative avatar of the character. Indra's bestowals of cows, horses, and clarities
in abundance
are other strings of maneuvering. Or perhaps there is a scenario 3. Mandalam 1, Suktam
29.
Rig 5.
तमिन्द्रगर्भभम्रेण नुमन्तम् पापया भुजा आतूना इन्द्रशंसयगोष्ठस्मेषु सुभृषु सहस्रेषु तुमीमघा.
Altogether, Indra, verily, do stop us with this vile crying. Then, Indra, do cause to relate to us in cows, in horses, in clarities, in thousands, one who is very wealthy. Elegies without occasion. Monodical lamentation is the preferred extravagance of the ignorant, celebrating imagined calamities. It is perhaps a lapse on the part of the partially conscious too, to project this propensity of the ignorant upon an otherwise hard-working life form like the ass and revile it for its human lamentation-like call. Or maybe we, in the deluded consideration of ourselves not being ignorant, question a legitimate comparison. Shifting focus back upon the monodical lamentation rather than the ass's call, the seer seeks intervention from the host of divinities to stop this lamentation from other ignorance, as well as the ones that reside within ourselves. For by definition, if we have not attained supreme consciousness, then we are indeed ignorant and are equally capable of intoning elegies without occasion. It is also a supplication to be bestowed with repository of truths, the ability to understand them with clarity and the power of discernment, to know that this distinction between the ignorant and non-ignorant is the very proclivity that is sought to be negated by these bestowals.
Mandalam 1, Suktam
29.
Rig 6.
अतरादिकुण्डृणाच्या दूरम् वातोपनादधि आतूना इन्द्रशंसयगोष्ठस्मेषु सुभृषु सहस्रेषु तुमीमघा.
Wind with crooked flight verily flies far away above from the tree. Then, Indra, do cause to relate to us in cows, in horses, in clarities, in thousands, one who is very wealthy. Indra transpires truth for our benefit. Wind flying away from the tree perhaps refers to the transpiration of water from plants and trees into the atmosphere. It is estimated that about 40% of the water vapor in the atmosphere is released by vegetation. The two main purposes of transpiration are cooling a plant and providing water to leaves for photosynthesis. Only a small amount of water, roughly 5%, is used by the plant for growth. The rest of the water is used to help the plant or tree regulate its temperature. The leaves also need a good amount of water for photosynthesis. The stomata in leaves need to be open to take in carbon dioxide. However, the tree needs to prevent too much water from evaporating through the open stomata. Transpiration is, in essence, a balancing act between the right amount of water for growth, photosynthesis, and cooling off by regulating the opening and closing of stomata according to requirements. These are the truths that Indra willingly causes to relate to us as the regulator of the vegetatively active system. As water is used as a metaphor for truth carriers in Vedic thought, Indra does so literally, in this instance, transpiring truth for our benefit.
Mandalam 1, Suktam 29, Rik 7.
सर्वम् परिक्रोशम् देहि जम्भया गृहदास्वम् आतु न इन्द्रसंशयगोष्ठस्तेषु सुभृषो सहस्रेषु सुवीमघा.
Do ward off lamenters. Do verily cause to crush injurious. Then, Indra, do cause to relate to us in cows, in horses, in clarities, in thousands, one who is very wealthy. Time dictates cause and effect. We come back to analyzing the two scenarios discussed in Rik 4 of this Suktam in the context of this verse. By scenario 1, we yearn and will to attain consciousness and find lamentations of the ignorant as well as the misdeeds of the malignants to be distractions to our pursuit, and so supplicate to the Almighty for deliverance. However, if an ass is born to be one, then so is an ignorant. If dharma and karma, accepted in scenario 1, are agencies of promotion and demotion of our standing on the consciousness scale according to our conduct, then an injury caused by us to another will require us to be paid back in kind, which would require yet another to cause us the same injury at another time, setting in motion an unending cycle. This paradox appears to be satisfactorily resolved if scenario 2 is considered with the universal script, with time as the impeller of the existential progression. It is possibly this truth that Indra wishes to relate to us with clarity by everything that he does. Dharma and karma will still be at play, but as subordinates to the script or time personified as Kala Purusha. If you found this video informative and relevant, please like and share it. If you would like to see more such videos in this ongoing series, please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you for viewing.